Let me ask you something. When did you last feel truly strong? Not just fine or managing. I mean strong. In your legs. Your back. Your spirit. Because here's something most women aren't told. After the age of 65, your body starts breaking down muscle faster than it can rebuild it. And not just a little. Nearly 75% of women your age lose up to a third of their muscle mass, without ever noticing. Until it's too late. It doesn't happen all at once. It's sneaky. First, the stairs get harder. Then standing up from a chair takes a bit more effort. You start holding on to walls, skipping walks, sleeping more, doing less. You think it's just aging. But it's not just age. It's your body losing its power. And here's the terrifying part. When that strength goes, so does your independence. And I know that hits hard. Because losing muscle isn't just about weakness. It's the difference between walking or falling. Between living on your terms. Or being told what you can and can't do. And once you cross a certain point, the climb back up. It gets steeper, harder, sometimes impossible. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if there were women, right now, in their 70s and 80s, even 90s, who are walking 3 miles every morning, lifting weights, tending gardens, dancing at weddings, and doing it all without pain, without fear, and without pills? They're not superhuman. They're not lucky. They just know something most people don't. Because here's what your doctor probably never told you. The real key to aging well, to living past 80 and still feeling alive, has nothing to do with good genes. And everything to do with a small set of forgotten habits. Ones backed by science, but buried under years of outdated advice. You're about to hear them. But first, you need to understand this. The clock isn't the enemy. Neglect is. And the sooner you know what's really happening inside your body, the sooner you can take it back. Let's talk about the real habits that make the difference. Not the trends, not the gimmicks. Just what works. Number 1, eat like it's 1950. Not keto. Not intermittent fasting. Just real food. The kind your grandmother made when nothing came in a box. Researchers from the Longevity Institute studied the world's longest living people. Women in their 80s, 90s, even 100s. And guess what they all had in common? They didn't diet. They ate plants. Beans, lentils, sweet potatoes, leafy greens, fruits in season. And very little sugar, processed meat, or packaged junk. Their meals were simple. But powerful. These foods keep your gut microbiome healthy. Which means fewer infections, stronger immunity, and better digestion. They lower inflammation, balance your hormones, and give you the energy your body stopped making on its own. And here's the truth no one tells you. It's not about cutting carbs. It's about choosing the right ones. A baked sweet potato does more for your longevity than a low-carb protein bar ever could. You don't need to starve yourself. You just need to go back to real food. The kind with color. The kind that grew from the ground. The kind your body remembers, even if the modern world forgot. Number 2, gentle resistance training. And I know, just the word training might sound intimidating. But I'm not talking about lifting heavy weights or joining a gym. I'm talking about picking up something with purpose. Something with just enough weight to remind your body. Hey, we're still in this. 2 times a week. That's all it takes. A Harvard study found that women over 70 who did basic resistance exercises, using resistance bands, small hand weights, even soup cans, maintained twice the level of independence compared to those who didn't. Why? Because muscle is your armor. It stabilizes your joints, protects your bones, lifts your mood, and gives you the strength to say yes to life. And here's something remarkable. Even if you've already lost muscle, your body can still rebuild it. Yes, at your age. Yes, starting this week. All it takes is the signal. And that signal is resistance. So next time you're waiting for your tea to steep, pick up those light weights. Do a few curls. Stand and sit from your chair 5 times in a row. Because every rep is a message to your body. We're not done yet. Number 3, social movement, not just exercise. You've probably been told to exercise more. But the truth is, most of us don't need more gym time. We need more life in our movement, and more people to move with. Think about it. Have you ever gone on a walk alone, and felt like turning back early? Now think about walking with a friend. The time flies, doesn't it? That's because movement tied to connection, not just repetition, is more sustainable, more joyful, and far more powerful for your body and mind. Dancing in your kitchen. Watering your garden. Taking a slow stroll around the block with someone who listens. These aren't just moments of exercise. They're moments of healing. Research shows that loneliness is more dangerous than obesity. It raises your risk of heart disease, depression, and even dementia. But when you combine gentle physical movement with real connection, your brain lights up. Your stress levels drop. Your coordination improves. And suddenly, you're not just moving. You're living again. So here's your invitation. Find one way this week to move with someone else. Join a walking group. Take a chair yoga class at your community center. Heck, even dance with your dog if you have to. Because movement that brings joy lasts. And what lasts, adds years. Number 4, purpose and passion. You know what's stronger than any vitamin? A reason to wake up in the morning. In Okinawa, one of the blue zones where people regularly live past 100. They call this ikigai. It means, your reason for being. And no, it doesn't have to be profound or grand. You don't need to write a book or save the world. Your purpose might be caring for your garden. Watching your grandchildren grow. Volunteering once a week. Or finally painting that picture that's been living in your head for years. It might even be something as quiet as tending to your houseplants. Or keeping a morning routine that centers you. Because it's not about the what. It's about the why. Women with a clear sense of purpose, no matter how big or small, recover faster from illness. They live longer. They feel more alive. Why? Because purpose gives your body a reason to heal. To keep going. To move forward even when things get hard. So pause for a moment. And ask yourself quietly, honestly. What brings me joy now? Not what used to bring you joy. Not what others expect. But what makes you feel something today? That answer. That's your fuel for longevity. Number 5, the forgotten habit, daily rest and stillness. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you sat still? Not because you were tired. But because you chose to be. Not scrolling. Not watching the clock. Just breathing. Just being. For most women over 60, the answer is painful. I don't remember. Because somewhere along the way, we were taught to keep going. To stay busy. To fill every hour. To always be doing something, or else feel guilty. But here's what the science is finally catching up to. Chronic stress is one of the most destructive forces on the aging body. It shrinks your brain. It tightens your arteries. It weakens your immune system and shortens your lifespan. And most of us don't even realize we're carrying it. That tightness in your chest. That clenching in your jaw. The way you wake up at 3 a.m., thoughts racing. That's not just stress. That's your nervous system crying out for stillness. And stillness, my friend, is medicine. Not sleep, though sleep is vital. I'm talking about intentional, waking rest. Moments where you give your body permission to stop. And your mind permission to breathe. Just 10 minutes of quiet breathing a day. No music, no screen, no task. Can lower your blood pressure, ease inflammation, and reset your mood. It's like pressing a reset button. Deep inside your cells. It could be sitting on your porch in the morning light. Or lying down with your hand on your heart. Or sipping tea in total silence. It doesn't look impressive. But it works. And here's the beautiful part. The more you practice stillness, the more resilient your body becomes. Your heartbeat steadies. Your digestion improves. Your sleep deepens. Your thoughts clear. Because deep inside every one of us is a system built to heal. But it can only activate in rest. So give yourself permission. Every single day. To sit. To breathe. To do nothing. Not because you've earned it. But because you need it. And you're worth that care. So, let's take a breath together. You've just taken in 5 powerful habits. Each one simple. Each one possible. And each one strong enough to shift the course of your years ahead. If you want to restore your energy, protect your brain, and stay mobile well into your 80s and beyond, you don't need to flip your life upside down. You don't need to chase perfection. Or try to do everything all at once. That's the old way. The way that leads to burnout, not betterment. What you do need is one small choice. One small shift. Repeated, daily. Because small things, done consistently, become the foundation of resilience. So here's your gentle challenge. Pick just one of these 5 habits. Maybe it's eating like it's 1950, bringing back real, whole foods. Maybe it's lifting a can of soup twice a week and calling it strength. Maybe it's walking with a friend instead of sitting alone. Or reconnecting with a sense of purpose that lights you up inside. Or maybe, just maybe, it's giving yourself permission to rest. Without guilt. Without apology. Whatever it is, start there. And let it grow. Because the truth is, you don't need a new body. You need a new rhythm. A rhythm that's slow, steady, and yours. And the most beautiful part? It's never too late to begin. So, now that you've heard all 5 habits, which one surprised you most? Was it the fact that light resistance training can actually double your independence over time? Or that something as quiet as 10 minutes of stillness a day can change the way your heart beats? Maybe it was the idea that a sense of purpose, your why, can be just as powerful as any pill. Or maybe you realized you've already been doing some of these things. And you just needed someone to remind you that they matter. That you matter. And now I want to ask you something real. Do you know someone who's defying their age? Someone who walks a little taller, laughs a little louder, shines a little brighter. Even with the wrinkles and the years behind them. Maybe it's a neighbor. Maybe it's a sister. Maybe it's you. Maybe you just needed this little push. This little reminder that your story isn't over. It's entering a new chapter. And it can be your most powerful one yet. So let's hear from you. Let Speech Bubble tell us in the comments, what habit are you starting with today? And where in the world are you watching from? We want to know you. Because here, in this little corner of the internet, you're not invisible. You're part of something. And if this message touched you, or made you think, or reminded you of someone special, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe for more grounded, loving guidance. And share this with another fabulous woman in your life who deserves to thrive. Because aging isn't the end of vitality. It's the beginning of mastery. You're not just aging. You're thriving. And here on Thriving Age Tip, we believe, truly believe, that your best years are still ahead. So until next time, breathe deep, move gently, live fully, and never forget, you're stronger than you think.